So I've been wondering over the past few years why so many left-wing or left-ish online personalities have turned right-wing or right-ish. People like Joe Rogan. Rogan used to have guests on like Peter Joseph, Bernie Sanders, this guy, Tulsi Gabbard before she became Repulsi Gabbard. Side note, I'm so excited for the next Marvel movie, which is Tulsi Gabbard versus Repulsi Gabbard in the metaverse. Oh, so good. And now Rogan almost exclusively has on right-wingers, MMA fighters, and people saying we should believe ancient aliens secretly invented everything indigenous people actually invented, because apparently ancient indigenous people were stupider than Sarah Palin after enjoying a taster's flight of Mike's Hard Lemonade. We literally now have the ability to dissect a fossilized turd from 1 million years ago and find out what ancient humans were eating the day they died. But apparently the ancient aliens never left so much as a toenail clipping behind. Really? Nothing? Not a dingleberry? Nothing? Yeah, that's one hell of a house guest. Anyway, I was wondering why several of these popular independent media hosts made this startling shift to the right, from somewhat progressive to anti-progressive, from somewhat awake to reality to completely comatose. And now the people I speak of are more likely to invite Steve Bannon or Jabba the Hutt on their show. Is there a difference? Than they are to invite Jill Stein or Claudia de la Cruz or anyone who knows the word colonizer. Just asking for a friend, when you interview Steve Bannon, do you have to request he keep the Sig Heiling kind of like under the table, you know? Do you tie down his hands? How does that work? Anyway, I read something that seems to sum up the answer to my question. A recent Intercept article talked about how the Democrats are spending $20 million to try to create the liberal Joe Rogan, which is idiotic on about 12 different levels, but I'm too exhausted by the Democrats' dumb shittery to go through more than two. So here are two. Number one, liberalism leads to fascism. As we've seen over the past 20 years, it has opened the door for everything Trump and gang are doing. It has allowed people to think they're good and peace-loving while supporting war and death. It has encouraged people to think they care about justice and equality while supporting a disgustingly unequal racist system that destroys countless lives. I have a Black Lives Matter sign in my yard while I support the largest prison state in the world. I'm like Nelson Mandela. In many cases, the liberals did all the same horrible shit before Trump even got in there. He just does it more in your face. So if you hate Trump, but you never questioned Obama while we were at war in 7 countries, then you're also the problem. Number two, countless liberal and leftist, different things, creators already exist. For those of us who are actually left-wing, like this guy, the liberal establishment does everything they can to destroy us. I'm more suppressed than Nazi porn, because true leftism is where monsters dwell. For the creators who are actually liberal, they excite very few people because they're the exact same shit you'd get on CNN or MSNBC or PBS or NBC or ABC or CBS or BBC or all of the letters. So why turn to a guy with 1/1000th the production budget? Who wants to turn on Anderson Cooper sitting in his apartment? Just turn on your standard, stupid, corporate captured, soggy tripe. It's right there, 24/7. Anytime you want it. They're working harder than Tom Cruise works to appear likable. Honestly, if you're still watching one of those corporate cable news channels on a regular basis, I've got something better for you. It's a channel that you can turn on every second of every day, and it's just a guy yelling, "Status quo! Don't doubt the status quo!" That's it. You'll learn as much as you do on CNN. Maybe more. But that's not actually the point I wanted to get to. Within the Intercepts article, they mention, in an analysis of 320 of the most popular online shows across platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, Media Matters found that right-leaning shows were significantly more popular, accounting for roughly 82% of the total following of online shows analyzed. It also found that 9 out of 10 of the most followed online shows were right-leaning. This is why so many left-ish creators who gained some popularity prior to 2020 have slowly but clearly pulled right-wing. If you are a grifter, that's the way to be. So listen up, wannabe grifters. Learn from those brave trailblazers before you. Don't have core beliefs. Core beliefs are for losers and people who chain themselves to chicken cages and protest. Instead of that garbage, aim for the portion of the pie that has 82% of the entire pie. If you actually want to speak out for the abused, the disadvantaged, the struggling, the exploited, the hungry, the homeless, then you only have 18% of the pie to even get a shot at. But if you stand up for the rich, the powerful, the racist, the downright wrong, the people already winning at the rigged game of capitalism, then your potential audience is massive. This is honestly Grifter 101. Your core beliefs are simply follow the money. Horse blinders, follow the money. Truth is meaningless if it doesn't make money, okay? By the way, if you do enroll in that Grifter 101, beware. That class will take your $1,300 and never teach you shit. I thought I could trust them, but no.